Hey guys, welcome back. It's a Saturday. It's Retire with Less series time. It is that time. It's been a month. I can't believe it. Like this time just flies by, and that kind of goes into my PSA, right? Those that followed this series for a long time know I start this off with basically a PSA, right? Public service announcement. And this past month, I celebrated my 47th birthday at the end of May. And, some of you out there, I know I have a pretty wide range of ages of an audience. And some of you are going to be like, man, you got a lot of time on your hands. And some of you are going to be like, man, you better hurry up. The older I get, the more I feel like time is of the essence, right? I remember 30 years ago, I was 17, young, carefree, and just thinking time's going by so slow, right? But just this past couple weeks, I just we just took pictures for my son. He's class of 2023. He took his senior pictures, and it was just like, it seemed like yesterday that the doctor put him in my arms, right, as a just born newborn, and here he is about to graduate high school, and it just seems like a flash. It really does. They say time flies when you're having fun, and it's like, man, can we slow down a little bit, right? And it doesn't seem to be slowing down. All that to say is that, if you have something you want to do, get working toward it, right? You don't have to go full retirement and just live off your portfolio. Maybe go part-time retirement, right? Maybe work 6 months and take 6 months off and travel. Maybe you can work something that out. Of course, a lot of that has some planning. Like you can't really have debt. That really is a hindrance to a lot of people. You have to be in decent health. I'm guilty of not being in decent health personally. I would say I'm in okay health, but the older I get, the harder it is becoming, right? But find ways to work remotely, find ways to earn money passively, retire abroad, right? I did that video last week that was just a complete major flop. It really was. But check it out. I mean, there's ways that you can retire for cheap and travel the world. And that's just one option, right? And the other option, travel and work, right? Like I said, take 6 months off, work 6 months. I know there's some like RVers and van life people that do that, right? They'll follow the seasonal work. They'll work for 4 to 6 weeks in one spot, and they'll take 3, 4 months off, right? And travel. All that saying is time. People like to say, "Oh, you got time." You don't have time. You don't have time. I don't want to be pessimistic and say, time is running out, but you have a limited amount on this earth and you don't know when it's going to end. That's the bad part, is you don't get to write the ending, right? Like I said, I turned 47 years old. My dad passed away at 58. That's not very far away. So I'm really looking to push and maybe in the next year or two really get busy doing. And I think that's the part of the PSA, right? Time stops for no one. You have a limited amount, and you don't know when it's going to run out. So if you really want to get something done, just figure out a way to do it. Don't sit there and be paralyzed by the experts that say you need millions of dollars to retire, because more likely than not, you probably won't get there. And it's going to be a sad time where you're just, you're dying and your time runs out and you end up with this pile of money that you didn't enjoy. So anyway, that's the PSA. Hope I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm just saying, get to it. So, Retire with Less series. Let's check it out. So last month we were a little bit aggressive. I'm sorry I don't have the screenshot here of what ended up happening, but basically we had put strikes on QQQ at 280 on Friday, June 17th. It closed below 280, so we had to buy 200. Is it 200? Yeah, 200 more shares of QQQ at 280, and then also SOXL closed below 20, so we had to buy another 500 shares at of SOXL at $20. So that's how the month of May ended up. So let's take a look real quick at June and what we did with this. So here we go with June. You'll see here we have 1,000 shares of SOXL with a cost basis of, I added this line by the way, cost basis a share of $25. It is currently trading at 14.01, so we're pretty down on that one. QQQ, we had to buy those 200 more shares. We already had 200, so that brought our cost basis down to 300. So we have 400 shares, cost basis of $120,000. And then we have the RYLD, 2,000 shares there. I probably should have added some this month, but I didn't, and that's just the way it goes. Also, one real quick, I'll get back to that. So what did we do? If you guys remember, last month I changed this. I'm trying to put pressure on this portfolio because we've been going at this for 2 years and really haven't had a failure on this side. And so I pushed it from 2,500 to 2,600 of a monthly income requirement. And then last month I pushed it up to 3,000. Okay, so I'm really trying to pressure this thing to see if we can get it to a breaking point and see what we end up doing. And I think this month is getting close to, starting to be a little bit pressured here. So what did we do? Well, what we did is the SOXL, the 500 shares we have, we didn't sell anything as far as a covered call was concerned. There really wasn't anything. You're too far in the money, right? It's $25 is your cost basis. It's selling right now at $14. I just figured let's just sit on it for a minute and wait for it to recover. I do believe this is an extreme aggressive stance on the semiconductor sector, but I do believe in it. So we're just going to sit on those 10,000 shares, and we're actually going to sell more puts to try to maybe lower our cost basis. We'll look at that later. Now the QQQ, we have a cost basis of $300. We have 400 shares, so we sold 4 covered call contracts with the July 15th expiration at $300, if I didn't mention that. So it's at our cost basis, and we collected $330 per contract for a total of $1,320 in income for the month. This is a short month on monthly expirations, right? It's not quite 4 weeks, so we'll see how that works. Now SOXL, I'm trying to be a little bit aggressive here and lower our cost basis, and I sold a 13 strike out to July 15th. Remember, this is selling at $14, and I sold 5 of those, and we got $100 a pop for that. So we got $500 in income from that, and that would seriously reduce our cost basis if we were to be assigned those. So cash needed to secure that is $6,500. Now on the QQQ, we're getting a little short, not extremely short on cash, but I wanted to kind of pump the brakes a little bit on QQQ, even though we are being aggressive otherwise. We'd sold 1 put contract out to July 15th with a strike of $270, and we collected $530 for that contract. And then finally, RYLD, our 2,000 shares, paid us 20.2 cents in a dividend, and it gave us $404. So all told, we only collected $2,754 in income, and the rest had to come out of the cash bucket. So $246 had to come out of cash. So if we look here, cash is sitting now at $104,912.86. $71,166.86 of that is actual liquid cash. The difference there is the cash needed to secure these 6 contracts that we put on the put side. The covered calls, you don't have any cash because your shares are covering those contracts. So we had to pull $246 out of our cash bucket to maintain our $3,000 monthly requirement. So not too shabby. And now one thing I wanted to point out, someone wanted to know what the total portfolio value is. I never point this out, but here it is right here. And this is F8, which is the market value, the current market value of any stocks we're holding, which is 168,690, plus Z8, which is the cash that is in our account. So that is the total portfolio value. Now you could minus the 33,000 in liabilities for the cash needed to secure the put contracts if you'd like. I don't, but you could if you want to. I can see the argument for doing that. So that's it. We only got $27.54 this month. We'll see how July shakes out. So how did QYLD do? QYLD is hanging on to a string. QYLD paid out 17.4 cents as a dividend. We have 12,400 shares. So it gave us $2,157.60. Our requirement here on this side was $2,600. I really wanted to move it up, but it couldn't survive that. So we were short $442.40, and we pulled that out of our cash balance. So we have $1,007 in cash, and yeah, that is QYLD. Hopefully the NASDAQ starts recovering soon, because at 2,600 of an income requirement on this side, we need QYLD to get to $21 a share, because $21 a share will give us 21 cents, which is 2,600 per month. So hopefully, I don't know if that'll happen by the end of the year, but we're probably going to be ending up in some negative cash balances here, eating top ramen or something like that. But I mean, that's it. I mean, you'll just have to, you see how your income is decreasing. You'll just have to find a way. If you're all in on QYLD, you'll have to find a way to bridge that gap between what it's spitting out and what you need. So that's all I got. That is the Retire with Less series for June. Hope you enjoyed the PSA. Hope it wasn't too dark. I don't want to be that dark, even though I kind of am. If you have the ability, get out and do it. That's all I'm saying, because time waits for nobody. Like I said, you don't have an infinite amount of it, and you don't know when it ends. So hope you guys have a good weekend, or a good week, excuse me. See you on the live stream tomorrow night. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye. I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you.